Are you thinking about moving to Hampton Roads, but can't decide between Suffolk and Virginia Beach? Here's the scary truth. If you don't run the numbers carefully, you could end up overpaying for the wrong city by tens of thousands of dollars. And worse, you might lock yourself into a lifestyle that doesn't fit you at all. More traffic, higher costs, and less house for your money. In this video, I'm breaking down the real cost of living in Suffolk versus Virginia Beach. By the end, you'll know exactly which city makes sense for your budget, your commute, and your lifestyle, and which one could leave you with buyer's remorse. Before we dive in, I'm Jason Edwards with eXp Realty. I help people just like you every single week, whether it's military families with PCS orders, first-time home buyers, sellers trying to time the market, or folks relocating from out of state. All my contact information is in the description below. Call, text, or email me anytime. And there's also a free link to my home buyer's guide if you want to start preparing even before we connect. So let's start with the big one, housing. Because for most people, that's the deal maker or the deal breaker. As of August 2025, according to our local MLS, the median home price in Suffolk for attached and detached single-family homes was $399,000. In Virginia Beach, it was $403,500. So on paper, they look almost identical. But here's the thing. In Suffolk, that money usually buys you more space. Bigger lot sizes, newer construction, and a little more breathing room between you and your neighbor. Here's where the numbers really tell the story. The average price per square foot in Virginia Beach is about $256.46. In Suffolk, it's only $202.05. That means in Suffolk, you're getting a lot more square footage for the same money. Bigger lots, larger homes, and often newer construction. In Virginia Beach, you're paying a premium for proximity, closer to the bases, closer to the oceanfront, and closer to all the activity. So while the sticker price looks nearly the same, the lifestyle you get for that price can feel worlds apart. I'm curious, which would you choose? More space and a bigger house in Suffolk, or being close to the action in Virginia Beach? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. For me, I chose Suffolk, all the way back in 2009 when I bought my first house. Next, let's talk about the stuff you don't see in the listing photos. Property taxes and utilities. For property taxes, Suffolk's rate is about $1.03 per $100 of assessed value. Virginia Beach is slightly lower at around 99 cents. On a $400,000 house, that's about $160 per year difference. Not huge, but worth noting. Then utilities. Both cities are pretty similar. Most families spend about $150 to $200 a month for electricity, water, and trash, depending on the size of the house and how often you run the air conditioning. Add in about $75 to $100 for internet and cable, and you're right in that same range in either city. The bigger difference? Suffolk homes often come with larger square footage, which means more to heat and cool. Virginia Beach's smaller footprints can help keep those bills slightly lower. All right, let's talk about groceries and the stuff you're actually swiping your card on every week. For a family of 4 in Suffolk or Virginia Beach, you're looking at about $500 to $700 a month on groceries. Food costs are maybe 2% higher in Virginia Beach, but really you'll see more difference depending on whether you shop at Lidl or Harris Teeter than between the two cities. Childcare, a big one for families. In Suffolk, expect daycare to run maybe $800 to $1,200 a month per child. Virginia Beach is in that same range, but you'll find more options, especially near the larger employment hubs. Eating out? A mid-range dinner for 2 in Suffolk runs around $40 to $60. In Virginia Beach, you're closer to an average of $50 to $70, especially if you're eating at the oceanfront or town center. Do you think the convenience of more restaurants and activities in Virginia Beach is worth paying a premium? Or do you prefer saving money and grilling in your backyard in Suffolk? Comment below. For me, I'd rather be out in the backyard with the grill or the smoker having a cold beverage. but a restaurant is nice every now and then too. All right, here's where things really start to separate the two: transportation and commute. In Suffolk, you're more spread out. It's geographically the largest city in Virginia. Almost every family needs 2 cars, and gas adds up. Commutes from North Suffolk to Norfolk Naval Station, around 35 to 50 minutes depending on traffic and location. To Portsmouth Naval Hospital, between 25 and 40 minutes. And we can't forget the tolls. The downtown tunnel, the midtown tunnel, and the Jordan Bridge all charge tolls. And that can easily be $2 to $5 each way depending on your transponder and the time of day that you cross. Do that daily and you're looking at $100 to $200 a month just in tolls. Virginia Beach commutes can be shorter depending on where you live, but you trade it for congestion. Try crossing the HRBT at rush hour and you'll see what I mean. So the big question is, would you rather have a little more house and yard in Suffolk and spend more time in the car? Or pay a bit more to be closer to everything in Virginia Beach? Cost of living isn't just about bills. It's about how you actually live day to day. In Suffolk, you've got more space, probably more parks, a quieter suburban or even rural feel in some areas. Places like Lake Mead Park, the Suffolk Seaboard Coastline Trail, and Harborview. It's family friendly, less crowded, and you get that slower pace of life. But on the flip side, in Virginia Beach, you've got the beach, nightlife, town center, sand bridge, concerts, festivals. It's busier, denser, and there's always something happening. So you've got 2 totally different vibes. Suffolk is like stretching out in your backyard, and Virginia Beach is like being in the middle of all the action. All right, now let's zoom out and look at the trends. The population. Suffolk grew 8.7% from 2020 to 2024, making it the fastest growing city in Hampton Roads. That's good and bad. Obviously it's desirable, but the infrastructure still needs to catch up, so it's caused a lot more traffic. In Virginia Beach, it actually lost over 6,500 people in that same time period. Why? A lot of people are being priced out of Virginia Beach, and Suffolk is the affordable alternative. You can get more house for your dollar, and families especially love that. Inventory and competition. Suffolk is shifting towards a more balanced market. Homes are staying on the market about 41 to 46 days. Virginia Beach is still more competitive, with homes moving faster, but also priced higher per square foot. So the long-term trend is clear. Suffolk is growing because it offers value. Virginia Beach still has the name recognition, the beach, and a lot of the jobs, but you're paying for it. So what's the takeaway here? If you want more space, newer homes, and lower overall costs, Suffolk might be the move. If you value shorter commutes, more amenities, and the beach lifestyle, Virginia Beach is probably worth the premium. But here's the important part. Don't just look at the median home price. Factor in property taxes, tolls, commute time, utilities, and lifestyle. A lot of people miss those hidden costs, and that's where regrets can happen. Question: if you're thinking about relocating here, which city do you think fits your lifestyle better, Suffolk or Virginia Beach? Tell me in the comments and let's see which side wins. I voted with my residence more than 13 years ago. I bought my first and my second houses, both in Suffolk. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Jason, this is great, but what does it mean for my situation? That's where I can help. I've got military families, first-time buyers, sellers, and out-of-state relocators reaching out to me every single week. If that's you, my contact information is in the description below. Call, text, or email me anytime, and we'll talk through your goals. And don't forget, I upload new videos every single week to help you make the smartest move here in Hampton Roads. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll talk to you soon.